All right, hey Aquarius. So I'm doing a spiritual connection read, and there is going to be no set boundaries on whether this is in and out energy, new connection, or a separation. All right. We're going to see where we can invoke healing physically, emotionally, and spiritually throughout this so that you guys can accelerate, to the destination that is meant to be within this connection. So if you don't resonate with your energy and how you feel about this person, please check your other placements. And if you guys are new, welcome. I do hope you'll subscribe if you feel inclined. All right, so coming through with the Seven of Swords, this is your energy. So you could be feeling like you're dealing with somebody who gaslights, lies, cheat, manipulation. Okay, there could be a third party dynamic that some of you guys are dealing with. We have the Three of Wands and the Three of Cups coming through. It could just be feeling that you're hurt right now and you're really wanting to see progress and change come in with this connection. The Three of Wands tells us that we're waiting for our ships to come in. Some of you guys could be dealing with a distanced situation and you're just wondering when everything is going to come together. Okay, I feel like union is where you want this to be, but ultimately right now you're feeling kind of hurt by this person's actions. The stolen heart card is really what's coming through with the Seven of Swords, the stolen heart. So you're dealing with somebody who doesn't know how to love themselves, can't give love, and doesn't receive it very often, very properly, right? So let's just see how you feel about this person coming through wholeheartedly. So the Knight of Swords coming through is going to be somebody who can act kind of impulsively at times, somebody who could be burnt out, restless, somebody who is fast thinking. This person is also driven to succeed, somebody who's action oriented, who takes action. How you feel about them is definitely a past situation, whether it's past in this life or a past life romantic soul connection, which is what I associate this card with. That's how you're feeling about them. Having some warmer feelings when it comes to this person, but also too, I kind of feel like you're coming through as knowing that you're a wish fulfillment that this person's never fully gotten to experience. So taking advantage of something good that's right in front of your face, and just kind of littering the energy of it everywhere. With the Knight of Swords, this connection could have came and gone really quickly. There could be a lot of in and out energy. So as quick as this person comes in, they leave, right? So I kind of see I kind of feel like that's where your energy is sitting at with this person. And we have that swords energy where you're at. And if we combine that Seven of Swords with this Knight of Swords energy, that could be where the restless behavior, the impulsive behavior, and the burnt out nature takes effect. Like almost like this person is too lazy to involve themselves in such a connection, right? But that's just, I feel, surface feelings. It doesn't mean that they feel like that at all. So let's see where the dynamic needs to be healed. I'm going to pull the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual. So physical. All right. So when it comes to the physical aspect of this, there could have been, here's what I'm going to say. In the physical sense, this could be some words exchanged in such a way that it does affect our mental health, which affects our physical health. Okay. This could be a situation too, physically, where you guys need to heal. This is forgiveness of the past situations. And if this person can't bring themselves to surrender themselves to the dynamic of the connection, then the only thing I can say is for you to pray physically for this person, for change, for growth, and for wisdom. All right. I feel like this is more about the mental aspect and the mental games that might have been played that kind of inserts depression on our physical bodies. In the physical sense, where you guys need to heal this is totally releasing and removing those negative energies, those stale energies of the past. All right. This is a lot of hurt. This is pain. It's sorrow. This is war, battle, conflict, but I feel like it's more about the mental warfare that is kind of taken place and has been brewing, within the dynamic of this connection. And where it needs healing is that forgiveness, that release. And I'm not telling you to forgive this person and heal and release, um, for their benefit or for their sake, but for your own benefit and for your own sake. So, in the physical sense, if you have let this situation take a toll on your mental space, and you've let this person take up, rent space in your head, it's time to release that so that you can feel better about who you are, where you're going, and everything on the physical level. I almost feel like breath work, telling you guys to learn how to do some breathing techniques, they have them on YouTube, is going to be beneficial because I feel like this is coming from a more of a depressive mental state, sad. And it's almost like I'm feeling like some of you guys have a hard time, getting up and being your regular self because of everything that's transpired within this. There could be a lot of back and forth situations where you guys have exchanged some nasty words, or this person exchanges nasty words. And it's like praying for their mental development, praying for their health. And you got to understand that this person's probably projecting onto you everything that they've experienced, and it's not your fault that they're like that with you. All right. I feel like for this, whoever you're dealing with, they have dealt with energy in such a way that they've never actually learned what love is. Even if there's a third party, even if you're a third party, even if there's something going on, it's like this person was never properly loved, and that's where that's where they fail, on the physical aspects of this. All right. So it's kind of surrendering to the dynamic in such a way that you're like, you know what? I'm releasing this for now. On the mental, or I'm sorry, the emotional, we have the Ace of Wands. So where this could use healing on the emotional aspects. Here, I feel like this is more of the fear of the unknown, fear of not having that emotion, that passion, that progression when it comes to this connection. You might feel like this person is the only person in your life that has stirred you to your very core. You might feel like this person is the only one that has made you ever feel this way. And it could be true, but on the emotional level, what you need to do is give into that notion that this is the end all be all, I feel like this is too taken a stand. It's not the Seven of Wands, which is going to be more of a representation of what I just said. But if you just look at the power of this card, it's taking back your power. And on the emotional healing, I feel like that's what Spirit's saying to you. It's time to take back your emotional power when it comes to this. It could be the best sex you've ever had in your life. You could be the best sex this person has ever had, but it's time to take your power back when it comes to your emotional body. We're not going to let nobody tear us down, and we're not going to build up walls because of this person and their actions. All right. So I feel like on the emotional level, what Spirit's saying is to take your energy back. All right. This person doesn't own it. They don't possess it, and they have no right to take your passion, your energy, and your emotional body away from you. It's time to call back in that power. I am, use those affirmations. I am taking my power back. All right. On the emotional level, it's standing your ground. It's like, I'm not doing this. And if you guys have back and forth on a toxic level, which I feel is what that Five of Swords represents, take it back. It's time to take it back. It's time to stand your ground. So on the spiritual level, where you guys need healing, is this Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior. So I feel for whoever I'm talking to, you guys may have had a history. All right. You may have had a history, and I feel like the history is transpired between you and this person in such a way that you may have, I am almost feeling like it's pulled you out of who you are, like your authentic self. So it's like you're hiding behind these walls. You're hiding behind the duress that you've suffered kind of through this situation. I'm coming right back to this Ace of Wands, you guys, because it's standing your ground and taking your power back. And I feel like whatever has transpired through this person has made you put your walls up, made it so that you can't be, vulnerable. You're afraid to tell this person how you feel, what you're thinking, how you feel about them, and just, where you want to navigate this relationship with. And on the spiritual aspect, it's like I almost see somebody who's spiritually wounded when it comes to this dynamic. So, it's almost like this person has made you suffer in such ways. And I'm not beating them down because there is a spiritual connection coming through here, but it's almost like they've beat you down in such a way that you haven't been yourself in some time. And it's time for you, all right, to take all that energy back. You cannot let somebody have that reign over you and your soul. I feel like this coming through as a spiritual aspect or essence is Spirit telling you need to take control of who you are. This is guiding you back. This is having that desire to become who you are authentically. So if you guys have had so many exchanges with this person in such negative fashions, it's time to take that power back. What I mean by that is I almost feel like this person and what you've experienced with them have gone through so many different situations. It's like, that's not me. I wouldn't do that. But I did it for this person. It's time to take all that power back, because I feel like this person has basically made you become a version of yourself you're not. And if you're somebody who's outspoken, who's well spoken, who has this flair for life, who likes to go through the stores and walk with your head up, but after meeting them, it's like you put your head down and you walk with your head down because of how this person has made you feel. It's time to scratch that, man. It's time to take a huge break from this dynamic and pour everything back into yourself, you guys. I hope this is making sense to some of you. Um, I feel like we do have spiritual soul contracts with people, and I'm not going to say this is a toxic and a karmic situation. But what I feel is you guys haven't really helped each other balance any sort of growth when it comes to the dynamic of the situation. And if I feel like you're here because you're going to be the stronger of the two when it comes to the spiritual dynamic, the spiritual connection. And what your guides is wanting you to know is it's time to take your power back, because how dare somebody put you in this energy. All right. So when you pull in your power, when you take all your energy back and focus back on you and not the dynamic of this person, you can pray for their healing, but pray for their healing and leave it. Set it and forget it, man. And it's time to focus on you, because I feel like for whoever I'm talking to, you haven't been yourself in some time, you guys, and it's time to call back in your power. So let's see who this person is, their energy, their situation. Who are they? We have the Page of Swords, which has been out in every single read almost. Somebody who has very, very much protected their heart space. So you're going to know who this is because they've never really let you in. They've never been emotionally available. They've never opened up their heart space to you in the first place. Even if you guys have been seeing each other for years, this person's never let you in. The Page of Swords is somebody who does watch you from afar, a distance. They could check your social media. They could check, drive by your work. They could be checking tarot. The Page of Swords is more about spying on you, and you can feel that energetic attachment. You know that they're here. You know they're around you, and you kind of know how the spirit energy works, right? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, with the Ace of Swords coming through. This is somebody I feel that it's not a new situation, but you've never been able to properly obtain the victory, the win with this person. You've never been able to really communicate your hopes, dreams, wishes, fears, that whole dynamic where that throat chakra comes in. You've never been able to communicate with this person your true desires, wishes, and fulfillment. This person could be obsessed financially with wealth, status, independence, trying to make the big win, trying to make something big happen for them, trying to focus on their stability, their hopes, their dreams, their wishes. But the fact that this card is coming through, it's like this person never sees it. So this person, I feel, fully doubts themselves and their abilities to work with God and the universe. And here's what I want to say. Now, this is just coming through, and it's not going to resonate with everybody, but I feel like you're dealing with somebody here that is going to be more in alignment with religion and God and the Bible. But the thing is, in that alignment with God and the Bible, there's a duality with religion and spirituality. And the thing is we can set our intentions to the universe to manifest. All right, but if we're manifesting in fear, like praying in fear to God, that doesn't work. It's almost like this person is working against themselves. They probably most likely do not believe in tarot. They don't believe in the spiritual journey. They probably, if you've made that clear to them in some way, they probably said, you're full of shit. That's not true, blah, blah, blah. But this person doesn't even believe in their own religion. I'm getting this heavy feeling that this person doesn't have enough faith in God in the way that they believe in the old school way that most of us were raised, and I'm not knocking anybody. I believe in both God and spirituality and some aspects of the Bible. Like, I believe in everything. That's where I'm at. But this person, I feel, almost mocks you for your beliefs and doesn't even have faith in their own belief. All right. So I feel like that's who we're talking about. So we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Virgo. But let's see how they feel about you. Let's see how they feel. The Hierophant card. So they're looking at you as somebody whose order rules, who's very structured, and quite possibly on a religious path. So I feel like you guys have communicated this, and this person has probably mocked you for it. This person has a lot of growth to do. They feel like you are illusioned by the concept of a spiritual soul connection. So if you've mentioned soulmate, twin souls, soul contract, if you've mentioned anything on the spiritual level, they don't believe it. The Hangman card is illusion, delusion. It's uncertainty. You know, this is like, I don't believe in that. It's junk, it's garbage, but they do see that you hold value in your own belief system. All right. They look at you as somebody who's warm, loving, compassionate, caring, considerate, somebody who is emotionally available, somebody who has the embodiment of self-love, self-care, and can be kind of codependent at times. That's the negative aspect with the King of Cups. But when that card pops out, it doesn't matter what sign you are. I think we're all guilty of holding on to some form of connection, and we may or may not be proud of it, you know. But I do see that they look at you as somebody who's full of love and overly believes in the dynamic of love, but they don't believe in it. It's almost like if I'm talking to a woman, you've been told you're a silly girl, you know. Um, and if I'm talking to a male, I don't figure that this woman has talked to you like that, or the dynamic has been spoken to you like that. But realistic, unrealistic points of view when it comes to the love dynamic. All right. So let's see what it is this person wants to tell you. We got the Hidden Truth Oracle. You may resonate with these messages. You might not resonate with them. That is what I'm coming to find. So what does this person want you to know? All right. So many things remind me of you. So this person's paying attention to the signs. They're paying attention to the synchronicities. They're paying attention to you, even if you can't see that, even if you guys haven't talked. I'm starting to understand our connection. All right. So even in this point where you guys are not fully committed, this person is starting to understand, especially if you're taking your energy back. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, and it's time for me to heal now, especially if this person wants to make this connection work. It's almost like you guys have a history in such a way that you've never actually really fully grown to know each other in the capacity that you should know each other, with the amount of time that has been exchanged between you guys. Right now, it's like, finally I pull my energy back. Finally I call this person out on their bullshit, and then boom, now it's time for me to grow. So let's see what your advice is. What is your advice? The Nine of Cups. There's some wishes coming true for this dynamic. All right. If you guys have been wondering, maybe it's not a soul level, maybe it's not this, it is. Okay. You got the Two of Cups confirming that. And there will be communication coming. You guys just need to stand your ground and stand firm. If you haven't heard from this person, they're going through a tremendous tower moment. Okay, so a lot of things in their life are shitty right now, and I bet that the fact that you're not there for them to lean on is not helping, but that's okay. This person needs to go through and experience their tower moments, because what happens is it's making, it's clearing the path for you and them to grow forward. The more that this person deals with the shit in the past that is not in your control, that you have nothing to do with, the more this person deals with that on their own, the more they don't have an enabler, the more they don't have somebody to caress and hug their wounds and kiss them. They have to deal with it on their own. They have to. All right. So what's happening now is this person is actually working with their spirit guides, working with angel. They're working with God to clear this negative energy. Even if they're kind of going insane, saying, I don't have anybody. It's going to be something that turns the way they think around. All right. And what you're going to see within this dynamic is a wish fulfillment that comes through to you. So you might be dying to talk to this person and you don't know how to approach them. That's a sign for you not to approach them. Let them come to you. Let them make room. Let them come to you and do some work for once, because I feel like what's happened is you've given this person so much of yourself that they've just ran over it, you guys. So, and on these spiritual connections, the only way our persons or our people are gonna start to heal is when we take our whole entire power back. So let's see who we're talking to. This could be yours or their initials, a city, a state, anything that might resonate with the letter tiles. We have M, V, O, R, I-Y. And we have C. All right, Aquarius, I'm leaving it there. You guys take care.